They had a rulebook written specifically for one man. It said, every time he goes to the basket, put him on the ground. For 3 years, Michael Jordan got up. Every single time. And then one day, he stopped needing to. This is the story of the most satisfying sweep in NBA history. And the walk-off that made it even sweeter. Before we talk about the sweep, we need to talk about the beatings. Because you cannot understand what 1991 meant to Michael Jordan without understanding what 1988, 1989, and 1990 did to him. Michael Jordan was already the best player in the world. He knew it. The league knew it. The Pistons knew it. And that was precisely the problem. In April 1988, Jordan dropped 59 points on Detroit in a nationally televised game. The Bulls won. And in a meeting room in Detroit, Coach Chuck Daly made a decision. Michael Jordan was not going to beat them like that again. What happened next became one of the most ruthless defensive strategies in basketball history. They called it the Jordan Rules. The Jordan Rules were simple and brutal. Rule 1, force him left. Jordan preferred going right. Take that away immediately. Rule 2, double him everywhere. The moment he touched the ball, a second defender arrived. Every time. No exceptions. Rule 3, hit him on every screen. Wear him down. Not once, not twice, every single possession. And Rule 4, the one Dennis Rodman described himself. Chuck Daly said, every time he goes to the basket, put him on the ground. Not hurt him. Just make sure he knew what was waiting for him every single time he drove the lane. The Pistons beat the Bulls in the 1988 playoffs. They beat them again in 1989. They beat them again in 1990. 3 years, 3 times. And each time Jordan got up, walked to the locker room, and came back the following year to do it all over again. Magic Johnson said it best. They took a lot of cheap shots. I can understand why Michael was upset. After losing the series in 7 games in 1990, Jordan made a decision. He wasn't going to run headfirst into the wall anymore. He was going to become the wall. He spent the entire 1990 to 91 season doing one thing after practice. He dragged a 6'10", 230-pound rookie power forward onto the floor every day, and they played one-on-one with a single rule, post moves only, for an entire season. A shooting guard practicing like a center. Every day, after everyone else went home. His teammates noticed the change, his efficiency in 1991 against the Pistons. 53.4% from the field, up from 46% across the previous 3 series. He had studied them. He had evolved. He had become something the Jordan Rules weren't written for, and Detroit had no answer. Drop a comment right now. Did you know Jordan spent an entire offseason preparing specifically for this sweep? Because most people only remember the walk-off, not what built it. The 1991 Eastern Conference Finals, Chicago Bulls versus Detroit Pistons. Their 4th series in 4 years. Game 1. The Pistons ran the Jordan Rules. Jordan didn't bite. He used the triangle offense. He found teammates. He scored when it mattered. Bulls win. Game 2. Detroit adjusted. Jordan adjusted faster. Bulls win. Game 3. Dennis Rodman admitted later, "We didn't know how to handle Chicago in 1991. It was so fast. Scotty got his game on. Horace had his game on. And Michael always had his game on. We were so frustrated the first 2 or 3 games. What did we have left but to beat him up. And when that didn't work, we did the old okey doke. Game 3, Bulls win. Subscribe. Because what happens in Game 4 is the moment this whole story has been building toward. Game 4. The Palace of Auburn Hills, Detroit's home court. The Pistons were down 3 games to none. A sweep was in the air, and with 7.9 seconds left in the game, the Bulls were up 21 points. It was over. Everybody in that building knew it. And then Bill Laimbeer, according to Isaiah Thomas, told his teammates to go. Don't wait for the buzzer. Don't shake hands. Don't look at them. Just go. And one by one, the Detroit Pistons, 2-time defending NBA champions, walked off the court, past the Bulls bench. No eye contact, no handshakes, no congratulations. Just heads down and straight into the tunnel. Isaiah Thomas walked past Michael Jordan, slightly ducking his head. Not one word. Thaldy, just 2 of the players, Joe Dumars and John Sally, did stop to shake hands. The rest didn't. The NBA's most feared team, walking away from the moment they had spent 3 years trying to prevent. The reaction was immediate. The whole world saw it. Journalists called it the worst display of sportsmanship in NBA playoff history. Isaiah Thomas defended it. He said shaking hands on the court wasn't tradition back then. He said teams used to come to the locker room. He said nobody expected it. He even said, eventually, that he regretted it. Jordan said something different. He said, they didn't have to shake my hand to know we just whipped their backside. It didn't bother me because it didn't surprise us at all. Typical bad boys. And then he went to the NBA Finals and won in 1991, in 1992, in 1993. 3 straight championships, a dynasty built on what the Pistons started in 1988. Dennis Rodman admitted the truth decades later. He said, I would shake Michael Jordan's hand if I had to do it all over again. That was poor sportsmanship. Isaiah Thomas said the same. That was the only time in my career I'd ever really been a poor sport. If I had to do it all again, that's a decision I definitely want a mulligan on. 30 years later, still talking about it. Because Jordan never forgot. In The Last Dance documentary, he made it clear. Whatever Isaiah says now, you're not going to convince me he wasn't an a-hole. Some things don't expire. Here is what the walk-off actually was. It wasn't disrespect, not really. It was fear. The Pistons had spent 3 years using every tool available to them to stop one man. Physical punishment, tactical warfare, psychological intimidation. And in the spring of 1991, that man had quietly spent an entire offseason studying every single one of those tools and dismantled them, one by one. The walk-off wasn't a choice to be disrespectful. It was the only dignified exit available to a team that had nothing left to say, because Jordan had already said everything. On the scoreboard, in Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, Game 4, 29.8 points per game, 53% shooting, a sweep. They wrote the rules to stop one man. He rewrote himself to break every one of them. And then he built a dynasty on the ruins. 6 championships. They walked off without shaking his hand. He went on to win everything the game had to offer. Karma has a memory. And so does Michael Jordan. If this hit different, you already know what to do. The next story is already waiting for you.